Well, brand new at 6:30 tonight, busy Riverside Avenue in downtown Spokane, a familiar spot for generations of Spokaneites. And even if you're new to town, you probably know that busy thoroughfare. Well, tonight, Riverside, as you may not have seen it before.
Yeah, more than 100 years ago when people walked across the trolley tracks in their hats and Sunday best. Tonight's story begins with an old roll of film tucked away for decades and two Deer Park residents who decided it was worth saving.
Digitized and preserved, they found a treasure. A look back now at old Spokane.
Our hot camera takes us back to 1910, before women could vote, before cars clogged the streets, and when Spokane was just a town a few decades old.
In a way, it's the story of what might not have been.
They sat there for probably 50 or 60 years and had a very good chance of getting pitched, thrown away.
The story of a look back through time.
Well, I thought it was kind of a treasure myself.
The story of how this roll of potentially explosive nitrate film,
Rusty right at the moment, terribly rusty.
was saved through a theater closing, through decades hidden away,
It smells bad.
through a lot of wear and tear.
It's kind of a mess, and it was dirty, and part of it was wet.
But as luck would have it, what turned out to be an Arcadia Orchard's promotional film was still able to be digitized. Peter Coffin, along with Michael Ryder, both longtime Deer Park residents, made the decision to take it all the way to Seattle to get done.
Film is neatly wrapped, cleaned, and preserved.
What came out shows how the what is came from the what was.
This provides a view of something that still pictures really can't communicate.
A bustling downtown Spokane here, a ride along Riverside. Notice the trolley tracks, notice the people.
The people all were dressed up. They were all with hats and ties, and the women with nice, the flowing dresses of the period of time, the Gibson girl look.
And notice the cars, that steering wheel.
Open touring cars with right-hand drives.
With a bit of research, Peter says he's figured out this film shows the Apple Orchard Company showing off its Deer Park orchards. It was the grand opening of their irrigation canal, a big deal back then. They invited all the downtown Spokane businessmen.
Promote an idea for people wanting a piece of land themselves, that by buying a 5 or 10 acre tract that would support itself.
He says back then an acre might have run you $7. It's a history Michael's grandparents knew, a history that with the discovery of these tapes, he wishes he would have asked more about.
You know, if I had him back now for a day, I'd wear him out asking him questions about what things were like.
A history you shouldn't miss out on.
You know, if you've got the ability to ask your grandma, grandpa, or something questions, hey, do it.
I'm Hawk Hammer, KXLY 4 News.